Welcome back. In the killing of Sidhu Moosewala, Times Now is the first to access the FIR copy that has now been accessed. Straight away going across to Priyank now, because this is the father's account on the killing of Sidhu Moosewala. Over to you, Priyank. Priyank will be with us shortly, but this is the FIR details that Times Now has accessed, and will be just quickly going through what is being detailed by the father, because this is the FIR that has been filed by Balkaur Singh, son of Baldev Singh. He says that my son, a famous singer, and has been getting threats from gangster, and he had contested from the Congress. Lawrence Bishnoi group had been giving him threats. He also had a bulletproof car. So, Priyank, the details, please. This is the account of the father that has been mentioned in the FIR.
Yes, certainly, and this is the exclusive copy of the FIR which we have accessed, which clearly shows that it was not that Sidhu was alone. The moment his father spotted that Sidhu was leaving from his residence along with his cousins, he saw that since his life was under threat, there has to be a security which needs to be given to Sidhu Moosewala. Later to that, his father has also mentioned that he followed the vehicle along with two more security personnel, and the moment he reached towards the location from where the colleague Gurpreet has been reporting, he spotted that his son had sustained several bullet injury. The father has also mentioned that his son was under a series of threats since he was a very famous singer, not in India but also in abroad, and he was getting threat from the criminal gangster Lawrence Bishnoi. So for the first time in this Sidhu Moosewala's case, the name of Lawrence Bishnoi has surfaced, which clearly gives an indication that the family and the father was totally aware about that who was the person who was giving a threat to Sidhu Moosewala. If the family was aware, similar kind of detail could have been shared with the local police also, and same thing could have been gone to the headquarters in Punjab, but nothing was taken on record. Instead of knowing the conduct of Lawrence Bishnoi and knowing the weightage and the kind of followers Lawrence Bishnoi has in the last few decades, starting from Punjab and Mohali, these are the core built of Lawrence Bishnoi, which is also mentioned in several charge sheets which has been filed by several agencies. Why is it so that the Punjab police prefer to take back security? And the most alarming thing is that they did not even take back the security, but also announced it publicly so that the suspect could have been alerted. So that's a very serious thing. This is a copy of the FIR which mentioned that sections of Arms Act plus sections of murder and attempt to murder and a criminal conspiracy 120B has also been filed, added in this FIR, which has been filed on the death of and murder of Sidhu Moosewala.
Right, but Priyank, looking at the situation, the father was in the know that something is about to happen, but he was on his way to stop his son, but unfortunately couldn't.
See, the FIRs mention that the father says that my son is a very famous actor, although it's written in Punjabi. We have just got it translated. My son is a very famous Punjabi singer, and he was getting threat from international gangsters that also include Lawrence Bishnoi, who was based in India and who's in the jail. Later to that, when two of his cousins came to meet Sidhu Moosewala at his residence, Sidhu Moosewala took this particular Thar vehicle. He was on the wheel, and he also took two of his friends, Gurpreet and one more, in the same vehicle. The moment they started leaving from the residence, the father got alerted. He says that he is my only son, and I was very much scared of looking at the kind of threat he was getting. So I personally took my private vehicle and followed Sidhu Moosewala's vehicle. The moment they reached to the location where the shootout happened, they spotted a Corolla vehicle which had 4 suspects, and they also spotted at the next cut there was a Bolero vehicle which had 4 suspects. Both the vehicles had intercepted Sidhu Moosewala's vehicle, and the moment the father came right next to this particular gate of this vehicle from towards the driving side, he spotted that Sidhu Moosewala was seriously injured. Then they took Sidhu Moosewala to the local hospital, which was a civil hospital, where he was declared dead. What the father says that I want series of action and strict action against these gangsters who not only threat to his son and who has taken life of his son, but also threat to several film stars and singers from Punjab. So this FIR, which has been filed on the basis of the complaint of the father, clearly mentioned the sections of murder, attempt to murder, criminal conspiracy, as well as 4 sections of Arms Act, which has been filed on the behest of the father's complaint at this police station, City 1, which is in Mansa.
So that is the father's account that has been mentioned in the FIR, saying that unfortunately he couldn't save his son, though he saw those 2 cars trailing his son's car when he was traveling through Mansa there. For the moment, Priyank will come back to you with those live updates. You're watching the Morning News Hour. Back with the top headlines. Stay tuned.